What is up, everybody? It's your boy Doody back again with another video, and I want to touch on a subject that occurred yesterday. And actually, we need to go back a few days. We actually need to go back to Friday during the Super Bowl marathon, where DSP during that marathon actually addressed his dents and his whales and said, "Hey guys, I created a special animation just for you, and all it cost you is $100. Whether it's a tip, a super chat, 20 members, whatever. If you donate $100 to me, I will show you this amazing animation that I created." These are his words. These are his words. A special animation that he believed was worth $100. That's right. And sadly for Phil, no one during the marathon actually took advantage of it because, I guess people just didn't have the money or didn't care. I'm pretty sure it's a mixture of both. But anyway, yesterday during his day back, our boy Phil emphasized the donation animation. That's right. And he tugged on the Velcro wallets and said, "Look, today's the Super Bowl. If we don't play it today, it's not going to make any sense. It's not going to be pertinent because this specific animation is Super Bowl related," right? The man hyped this up for several days, right? Hyped it up. You would have thought this was something that he took effort. He took 20, 30, maybe an hour to put together. Something really cool, something meaningful, something Phil related, right? You would think he would have taken the effort, especially being that he was requesting $100, right? Well, some dent by the name of Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs 796 decided he didn't care too much about the animation. What he wanted to do was he wanted to felt the trolls. That's essentially what he wanted to do. And his tip here actually said, "Enjoy Hollow Knight streaming. Thanks, Phil. Enjoy the animation, everyone." And then literally the next message he says, he did it just to felt the trolls or to felt the detractors. Okay, whatever. Whatever, brother. All right. If spending $100 owning detractors is your way of owning detractors, okay, whatever. All right, so we're gonna play this video where this dent came in and dropped the money, and Phil, the animation popped up. So let's look at what Phil believed $100, what was worth $100. Let's look at how amazing, how much effort he put into this specific animation that he was requesting $100 for.
Yeah. Whoa! Holy crap! Yeah! A full-on $100. I'll play the animation again because we'll probably never see it again. Thank you to Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs for a $100 super chat. It says, "Enjoying Hollow Knight streams. Thanks, Phil. Enjoy the animation, everyone." There you go. Very, very nice. I'm just going to replay it if you hear the music again. And let's...
By the way, everyone in the chat said how low effort this was, how terrible this was. I mean, Pepe, who is a supporter, he's a member. He has a crown. He's been a member for quite a while. Low effort animation for hard-earned money. That's right. Lame scrub animation from Pepe again. The kick chat was like, "This isn't cringe at all." And by the way, this isn't even a football animation. I believe this is a soccer animation. He couldn't even get the sport right, this fucking idiot. Good God. All right, I'm going to keep playing it off because I'm going to rant and rave about it because I honestly, man, I personally think this is more scummier than the 2K cat reveal. It really is. To me, I find this to be more despicable than requesting $2,000 just to show your stupid cat on stream.
Let's get that on the leaderboard. Thank you so much, man. Yeah. Thank you so much. I mean, that's crazy. So now technically, even though today was a holiday with lower attendance, I actually did better on this stream than a typical Hollow Knight stream. No lie.
Alrighty, well, that's the video right there. That's the video, okay? That's the video. Now, this was a short clip. This actually extended for about 6 minutes, where then he started fighting with people. People were saying, "Dude, this is terrible. Like low effort? Did you just Google search this and downloaded it? What the hell's going on here? And of course, he just banned people. He banned probably about 10 people during that whole, during this whole little segment right here, right? So of course, the internet does what the internet does. And that being said, big ups to that being said, he actually found the actual animation. Here it is right here. And apparently what DSP decided to do was he downloaded this off of Google, right? Or YouTube or whatever, and then used a watermark remover, which is really easy. Anybody can pretty much download a free, you can actually do it online. You can upload a video or a clip or a GIF, and there's online programs that are free that'll remove the watermark for you. And this is essentially what he did. This isn't even a football was animated. This, I believe, is a soccer animation. Because if you hear the goal, it sounds like people are saying goal, right? So it sounds more soccer than it does football. So anyway, big ups to that being said for actually finding this animation. And this was just utterly despicable. It really was. It was. This was just, I think what bothered me the most about this one is that he hyped it up so much. He's been talking about it before even the Super Bowl. But all day throughout the Super Bowl marathon on a Friday, he was begging people to drop $100 to show this amazing animation. And it wasn't like he was just saying, yeah, I just, downloaded something or whatever, something different. No. He was hyping this up like this was something amazing. Like, guys, you guys are gonna drop your jaw. Like, if you would have thought you were gonna see a clip of Phil outside running around with the football helmet and an outfit, tackling him or something like that. You thought it was gonna be something like that, right? People were hype about it. I mean, nobody was really hype about it because they knew it was gonna be low effort because it's DSP. But literally, to do this shit, to do a Google search and simply just download this shit and pass it off for yourself is fucking despicable. And charging $100, I mean, seriously, this is a $2 animation, tip animation. But again, low effort, high reward. That's DSP's model. Fuck all that. I don't give a shit. It's just so scummy. Now, if you don't know what the 2K cat reveal is, I mean, most people do. Back in the day when DSP was broke, which is not that far along, and going through his tax problem where he didn't pay his taxes, he was almost in bankruptcy. He decided to do a marathon where he talked about doing a special reveal. And that if someone got him to, if he was able to get to $2,000 by the end of the marathon, that he would do a special reveal. Many people thought, oh, this was going to be amazing. Maybe Cat's pregnant. Maybe something really, maybe he was going to show new PC or something cool and interesting. You know what I mean? Like something amazing, right? Fast forward during that marathon, he gets to the $2,000 and lo and behold, he brings out his fucking cat. A cat that most people knew he already had anyway. Like, people were like, yeah, this is a cat reveal, ain't it? But the sheer audacity to request $2,000 to show someone your fucking cat is just despicable. It really is. And even that, where I hold that as one of Phil's lowest, one of the lowest things he's done. Really, one of the lowest, scummiest things he's ever done. I think this right here is worse. This is literally worse because, again, he literally just Google searched it, downloaded the first thing he saw that had a grass in the stadium, uploaded that shit to his desktop, got a watermark remover, and just uploaded it to his tip animation or whatever the system, Stream Elements or whatever the hell he uses, OBS, whatever, right? That's what he literally did. And it would have been fine if he would have just said it once and said, yeah, I put something up there for $100 donation, whatever, and we know we're not going to get it, but if it pops up, it'll be something football related, whatever. Even that, I wouldn't be like, I wouldn't be so annoyed with it. But the mere fact that this fucking guy spent a whole marathon hyping this up, begging people to give him $100 for this shit, it just incredulous. It pisses me off, man. It pisses me off because there's no reason why someone like Phil, there's no anyone. There's no reason why anyone would be like this, would act like this online. Literally just digital. I mean, and again, the other thing that pisses me off is this motherfucker used to go on a warpath. When NFTs first came out, I remember he was shitting all over that one guy. I forgot the person's name. But he was really pushing NFTs and he was going to sell his NFT or whatever. He was a voice actor. I believe he was a video game voice actor. I don't remember his name, but I remember Phil just dumping all over him and crapping on digital goods. He's always, I mean, he's big on dumping on battle passes, you know, where it's just digital goods, it's worthless, you don't, and yet he sits here and demands $100 for an animation that he didn't even fucking create. Seriously, he demands $20 for you to name a Pokemon. Literally, like it's just a scummy behavior, and he's such a fucking hypocrite. Like, the hypocrisy is so mind-boggling, and he doesn't see it. He's so dented. He's so dented and so, you know, up his ass that he can't see where people look at this and say, bro, you're a hypocrite. This is ridiculous. This is scummy. No, he doesn't see that, because in his eyes, it's like, well, you know, it's not like I'm robbing people. You know, it's not like I'm going to people's houses and opening up their wallets and taking their money. They're giving me the money, so it's perfectly fine. No, Phil. No, it's not perfectly fine, man. You apparently have a bunch of mentally deficient people that think that, you know, for some reason that they owe you a living. You know, you got this one den over here, right, who hears you literally complaining about your detractors and trolls every day, and he felt the need to take $100 from God knows where. Pretty sure he put that shit on a credit card, decided to go in debt to give you $100 just to felt the detractors or to felt the trolls. Like, you see, bro, you can't see that? You literally can't see that. And again, I'm one of those people that don't care that DSP makes a living. Most of the, you know, good amount of detractors hate that if he makes a fucking dollar on the stream, they get pissed off. I really don't give a shit. I really don't care. If people are willing to give Phil their hard-earned money, who am I to tell anyone not to do that? You know what I mean? Like, they earn that money. If they want to spend it stupidly and give it to this fucking dent head over here and go into debt, whatever. You know what I mean? But, you know, it doesn't mean that I can't criticize it. It doesn't mean that I can't look at, you know, who exactly are these people? Are they mentally challenged? You know, Jade, you know, that are giving them money like this. Is he manipulating, you know, mentally challenged children and adults into giving him money? And I think the answer is yes, really does. I mean, when you have people like Ava Cowboy fan, who literally spams a chat all day long and Phil ignores, and then he decides, well, I'm gonna have to give Phil money so that he can, you know, recognize me and play the video game I want to play. That's not normal behavior, Phil. It really isn't. But of course, you foster this atmosphere where everyone needs to give you money. Everyone gives you, and I guess, you know, when you foster that and people, you know, when you have 5 or 10 or 15 people that think that's perfectly fine, they're willing to, you know, part with their money, you think it's perfectly fine to do scummy shit like this. You think it's perfectly fine to download somebody's work, which isn't even yours, and charge $100 for it. You remind me of Cyraxx, Phil. This is the shit Cyraxx does. He creates AI music or steals art from fucking deviant.com and tries to pass it off as himself for money. Again, Phil, it seems like I'm doing this more and more and more often. I'm comparing you to Cyraxx because you're doing Cyraxx level behavior. Okay, Phil? Good God. Anyway, I wanted to give my thoughts on this because I really thought this was more disgusting than the cat reveal. So if you agree, let me know in the comment section. Let me know whether you think this was worse or the 2K Jasper cat reveal was worse. Let me know in the chat. Let me know, Doody, you're off base. You don't know what you're talking about. Or, yes, Doody, you're 100% correct. All right, everyone. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.